Hi guys, today I'm going to Bud's Farm Toys, a store in downtown Carrollton, Ohio. It used to be a hardware store, and now it is a farm toy store. Selling farm toys, it's owned by Bud and Cheryl Garner, and most days you'll find Cheryl manning the store. Bud is over there, he's in the green shirt. The red shirt, that's my dad, Fred. And we're going to see right here a picture of how the store was when it was originally built. A general hardware store. In the rest of the video, what I'm going to do is talk about the store. We're going to talk with Bud about where he came from and how he got into toys and how he got to this store. And then we're going to go on and take a peek around and see some of the toys that are on the shelves. So now let's go talk to Bud. Hey Bud.
It must be what she sold yesterday. What?
Give a 2-minute history of Bud's toys.
2-minute history. How do I do that?
Just a quick overview.
Okay. It started in 1985 when I sold the cows and the equipment, and I bought the first shipment of toys. I've moved 3 times to what it looks like today. That's what it is. That's what we've done. We've done shows in 10 states. I do everything. I run around all over the daggone country. So,
Selling toys.
Selling toys. That's how I met you. Selling toys.
Yep.
I know that's shorter than 2 minutes, but that's the history of the toy store.
It works.
Yeah.
And then you got into this building when?
12 years ago. 08, we moved up here.
08 into this building.
Yep. They told me, it's funny, they told me when I rented this building, the landlord was in the other building, and I had toys 4 feet from the shelf on the floor. You had to step over to get something off the shelf. That's why we moved up here. And he says, "Oh, you ain't got enough toys to fill this up here." I said, "Yeah, you wait, I'll do it." We moved Memorial Day weekend of 08. I took the section off, loaded on a wagon, brought it up here, put it into its new section up here where it was going to be up here. So I unloaded this section, took it right to where it's going to set up here, so it wasn't so hard to, we didn't have to sort, you know. He came in the weekend later, after we had it all set up. He said, "You bought toys to fill this up." And I said, "No, I didn't. I told you I had so many toys you could not see all that I had sitting there." I filled this place without her not buying one toy. I didn't even go get anything out of the trailer, nothing. Just what was in
What was in the other store?
And this is like 400 square feet bigger. I think this is 400 square feet bigger than the other one.
And the other store was just around the corner.
Just around the corner. The only thing I got here is that store had 8-foot ceilings, and this has 12.
That helps a lot.
I was able to go a little bit higher. Yep. It was, them guys, they was just amazed how much. He come in here and goes, "Well, you had to buy toys." And I'm like, "No, I didn't." Nope, I just brought in what I had. Now I got it on the floor again. Somebody's in here the other day.
Moving back across.
That knew what happened down there, and like, "You're gonna be moving again." I said, "Ain't no way. I ain't doing it. It's just not gonna happen." I just quit buying toys. That's just no.
Oh.
I can't. I don't want to move again. Yeah, there was a big combine up there.
So that was a Bruder combine, wasn't it?
No.
No?
Big farm.
Oh.
It sold all the big farm combines I had last week. So I went to the trailer and I brought that new John Deere with the pan sitting there. I brought it in out of the trailer. So it's the only thing I had left out there. So I set it up there where she sold it the other day, Friday. I think she sold it on Friday. So I took that one down. That's why the space is still open, because I don't have nothing else to put.
Nothing big to put there.
Until the next shipment is, Erdel's shipment's coming this week, I think, or hopefully. So. Yep. Hence the hardware across the top of the building in old wood letters.
Now go on and smash that like button, and go on and subscribe as well to my channel. Because now what we're going to do is walk around and look at the store and see the toys that he has in this store. As you can tell, he has lots and lots of toys here. It is just jam-packed. He's got farm toys, signs, other toys for kids to play with, wooden toys. His belief is to have toys in there that not only use the imagination, but also use the hands. There's nothing electronic here. As close as you might find is every once in a while, Ertl will throw out something with little lights and sounds on it. That's as close to electronic stuff that you'll find in here. They've done that in their big farm stuff. Most of that has lights and sounds, and he'll carry that. Now, the rest of it is all there to make the kid use their imagination. The Breyer, he carries Breyer horses. He carries Ertl farm toys. You can see in that picture in the background, there's a bunch of old Ertl Precisions back there. So it's not just new toys, he's also got old toys that he gets in from collections. And there's Bud and Dad over there. They're just sitting around talking while I was walking around filming the store. And he has all scales are covered. You can see right there he's got a bunch of 64th on pegs hanging up on the wall. He's got 64th in boxes over there. His store is pretty well organized. He's got everything pretty close together. John Deere, Case IH, Agco, they're all pretty close together with what they are based on size. He's also a big carrier of Melissa and Doug products. Big fan of those products. They're great for kids to learn how to basically grow up. I mean, they're just really good toys. They're wooden, they're durable, they don't break. So you want that for your kids. And then of course, we can't have toys without stuffed animals. He's got the big horses right here. He's got a whole wall of stuffed animals over there. I mean, kids gotta have stuffed animals. They're really wonderful for kids to play with. He's got wooden crates. If you'll notice in the decor in this store, you'll also see a lot of the old time stuff. The cabinets, the shelves, they're all from back when this was a hardware store, and he tried to keep the old feel of the old time downtown store. Great idea. You can see decorations kind of here, there, and everywhere on that same motif. You can also see there's the stuffed animals again, more wooden stuff. Up high, you can see stuff from the past, old antiques, antique farm stuff primarily. Bud is an old-time farmer. He loved farming. His dad has a farm. They have an auction center. They raise cows, and he wants to keep the farming tradition alive, even though he doesn't really farm anymore. He helps his dad occasionally, but he does this because he likes the toys, and that's the best part. Now, you also have ride-on toys, pedal tractors. Those were a great idea. And I'm going to do a video on the history of pedal tractors here fairly soon. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that one. That white, there's way back to the early days. And then, of course, here, W6. These are some neat little pieces. Plus, look at that. How about a custom Alice Chalmers roto baler for a pedal tractor? Yeah. And if I remember right, the back door does open on that thing. Really neat piece. It's very detailed. Or maybe what it is the scoop thing goes up and down a little bit. But I think something opens on it with that lever. Now we'll look here and see some up close at the shelves and the toys there. You can see Two Cylinder Club John Deere's. You'll see coming around here, you'll see the Precision series. Now these are all older. The first Precision series from Ertl that came out years and years ago. Great collectibles. There's a Collector's Center Precision. Then there's some Farmall and Alice Chalmers Precisions too. They did series for Ford, Farmall, and Agco, as well as John Deere then. Now SpecCast, they make some high quality models, and these are all SpecCast that you're seeing, including this great little Ford forage chopper. How often do you see one of those? And not just new, look at these old toys. Look at that. Isn't those cool? Old construction stuff. So he does have a little bit more than just the farm toys. You gotta have more than that. You gotta have a lot. Here is an Oliver right there with a 2-row mounted picker, and below it is a Firestone series. See these Firestone tires? That was a Firestone series. They've done several tractors. Really cool. Here's a custom scratch-built case combine. I'm not quite sure what scale it is because it's definitely bigger than 16th, but isn't that nice? Kind of looks like about 12th. And then here he has a bunch of loose stuff. This is all on his countertop, and then some 64th. Most of this is really old, hard to find stuff, and that's what he gets. And it comes out of collections. That's why it doesn't have any packaging. We have, you know, sometimes we just have to buy things that way when you get very, very limited pieces, or very, very old pieces, hard to find. And he does a nice job. He's got these glass display cases that he keeps them in, fit right in with the theme of the old hardware store. And here, need some lights in these cabinets, but they look really nice. Show off the toys and keep them dust free and keep fingers off of them. These old toys, you really got to do that. And of course, as I said, he had Breyer horses, and here they are. He has 2 big racks of Breyer, a whole section for Breyer. And Breyer makes some really, really nice horses, some figures and some other accessories to go with those horses. And if you want a model horse, Breyer is the way to go. Up here, now this is old, you'll see a S780 1/16 scale die-cast combine. These here, look at the price, $900. That was when they came out. I don't know what they are today. They're worth quite a bit more than that because they were a one-time run and never shown again. Now for toys to play with, he's got the full line of Bruder. And these here are good, high-quality toys that kids are to play with. Yes, they're plastic, but it's not the plastic that we're used to. This is a good, durable plastic. It does not break. So these are the kind of toys you buy to let kids play with, and they're going to last. You don't need to worry about that. And that is Bud's Farm Toys. Please go on and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. I'm Logan, the 64th Gear Jammer Skeele, and if you're ever in Carrollton, go visit Bud's Farm Toys.